Welcome to the Network Marketing Made Simple podcast. I am your host, Scott Aaron, and each and every week I'm going to come to you with short, simple, and powerful tactics of how you can grow your network marketing business, brand, bank account, and impact on those around you. And just remember, network marketing is not easy, but it can be made easy with simple steps to create the success that you truly deserve. Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Network Marketing Made Simple. So grateful to be here with you guys today. And again, if you haven't done so, Nancy and I are running a free 5-day LinkedIn intensive from January 18th to January 22nd. All of the trainings will be done in our free Facebook community called LinkedIn Leads for Life. They will be done at 8 p.m. Monday, Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Thursday, and then 5 p.m. Eastern on that Friday. All is recorded, so if you can't jump on live, you can obviously watch the replay, and those replays will be available till that following Tuesday. So the link to register for the free 5-day intensive and the link to join the free Facebook community are both in the description of this episode. So we highly encourage you to join and would love to see you there. So as you saw in the description of this episode, we're going to talk about 3 things that you should be doing on LinkedIn this year to greatly impact your network and greatly impact your income. So number 1 is video. That is the number 1 thing that for some reason people are not doing. They're not doing video. And right now, video is the best way to connect with your audience. It's where they can hear you. It's where they can feel you. It's where they can see you and what you are passionate about. And again, that is what truly allows you to really step into the greatness that you have to really impact people the way that you're looking to. It's so easy for people to just post and pray and scroll and troll. But when you're doing video content on LinkedIn, and here's my advice, and you want to write this down. If you're driving, eyes on the road, hands on the wheel. If you're not, I want you to write this down. So grab a piece of paper, pen or pencil. You want to do, and write this down, 2 videos per week. So write down, I'm going to do 2 videos per week. 1 video should be just of you. And I said this in a previous episode, that you want the video, just shoot it from your phone, your Droid, your Android, or your iOS, your Apple phone, whatever you're using, your iPhone, and make sure it's 30 to 90 seconds. That's it. And it could be just a tangible tip, takeaway, a tool, something that's going to leave people better. Nothing fancy. Just, hey, just wanted to pop on here. Wanted to give you guys just a quick tip for how to start your morning. You know, writing in a gratitude journal is something that has really helped me. And you can get gratitude journals at your local retailer or order it online. And it really just sets the tone for the day. And I just wanted to ask everyone, what are you grateful for today? But also make sure you get that gratitude journal to really help set the tone for what you're looking to achieve in your business. Have a great day. And it could be a video as simple as that, 30 to 90 seconds. Number 2, do an interview video. Now, why is this important? You want to take it off of you and you want to put it on somebody else. So make sure if you are going to interview someone, make sure they have somewhat of a LinkedIn presence, because again, when you record the video, and you can do it through Zoom, it's free. So if you go to zoom.us, and I said this in an episode earlier too, it's free. You're allowed to record up to 45 minutes for free without having to pay for it. But make the interview anywhere between 6 to 8 minutes. It could be, I'm going to ask you 3 questions, 1, 2, and 3. And you just answer and talk back and forth. Make sure it's only 6 to 8 minutes. And when you post it up on LinkedIn, because they have to be under 10 minutes, that's the max video length if you're not doing a LinkedIn Live, and you tag the person on LinkedIn, it's going to appear on their newsfeed, their timeline. It's going to be shown to their network. It's a free way for you to build the know, like, and trust with your network and that person's network. As an example, I did a video interview with one of my LinkedIn connections, Frank Menkert, and we did a podcast recording. It's coming out in a few weeks. I went on his and I did a LinkedIn Live with him on his platform, his network, his timeline. And after I got off, my network grew by a few hundred people because they're like, oh, this is Frank's friend. He's really good at LinkedIn. There's a lot of value. And now a lot of his network came over to mine to start engaging with me organically because that know, like, and trust was built there. So doing 2 a week, one on your own, just shot from your phone, 30 seconds to 90 seconds, and one doing an interview with someone within your network that you're friends with. Just ask them 2 or 3 questions. Make sure it's 6 to 8 minutes. Record it through Zoom on your computer. Upload it through the platform. Tag them in it. That is going to set you apart from everyone else. Number 2, make sure that you never, ever, if you're sending connections on LinkedIn, which I highly encourage you to do to build your network, but make sure, obviously, they're quality people that you are sending connections to. Never, ever send a connection request adding a note that is selling that person. You don't have to add a note at all. There was a third party that did a study that what they did was they sent thousands of connections with a note, and they did thousands of connections without a note. And they found that the percentage of people that accepted those connections was just about the same, whether there was a note added or not. I prefer not to send a note at all because either the person's interested in connecting with me or they're not. No harm, no foul. But the mistake that people make is when they add a note, they're trying to sell people right from the get-go. That is the quickest way that I will not only ignore, but I will block and delete that person from ever being able to communicate with me ever again. And I advise you guys to do the same thing. Now, you may be saying, Scott, well, what if I do want to add a note? Okay, if you do want to add a note, make sure that you are sending connections to people that if you're going to add a note, you have some sort of connection to. Meaning, prime example. So I was on Instagram the other day, and my buddy Brooks Holland was featured on a podcast, and he tagged the gentleman whose podcast he was on in his Instagram story. I then clicked on the gentleman who was hosting my friend Brooks, went to his Instagram profile, sent him a connecting message, but then I went on to LinkedIn, searched, and sent him a connection request, but I added a note that said, hey, so-and-so, a mutual friend of ours, Brooks Holland, was recently on your podcast, and I'm also a podcaster and would love to connect and see how things are going. Would love to connect when we officially do connect. Have a great day. So what I did was I didn't try to sell or pitch the person, but I let him know the connecting point of how I came to know of him. I used that personal relationship that I have with our mutual connection that would heighten the chances that he would then accept the connection. So you either don't send a note if you don't know the person. If you do know the person, send a note, not selling or not pitching, just bringing and bridging that connecting point between you and that individual. Number 3, and this is probably the thing that people need to improve the most on, is blindly sending mass connections. Now, people are using software like DuckSoup and other means to grow their networks, which I never advise. That is the quickest way to get blocked on LinkedIn, so do not do that. But here's the thing. There are 2 buckets, and I want you guys to think about this. When you are looking to build your network on LinkedIn, there's 2 buckets that connection request should fall into that is going to tell you if this is someone that I should connect with or not. The first bucket is, before you send the connection, ask yourself, is this someone that I have a relatability to from a business standpoint, where I have something of value that could serve them and their business in a positive and meaningful way? Meaning, could that person potentially, if they saw the value in what you do, become a client? That's one bucket. The other bucket is the networking bucket. So I tend to connect with a lot of business coaches, a lot of people that have masterminds, podcasts, because I love networking. That's a core value of my business. Networking leads to network growth. It builds the know, like, and trust. So for me, someone has to fall into that networking bucket as well. If they can't potentially be a client, they have to potentially become a networking partner. So for me, a great networking partner is another business coach or another podcaster, because I would send them a message reflecting that. So if you're listening to this, you have to decide what two buckets are most meaningful for you and your business. Obviously, building a business, but also networking. And when you're going through and you're sending connections, if they don't fit into any one of those two buckets, it's not worth it for you to send the connections. The quantity effect more than the quality effect is going to fail every single time. The quality connections always will lead to the quantity of connections. So taking that blindly mass connecting modality and applying it to LinkedIn, it's just not going to work. Yes. Did I do that at some point? 100%. I just connected away like a madman, and it didn't work. It got me in trouble, and I had to change how I was doing things. And when I realized that it was better to take a more focused and more diligent approach to growing that quality network through people that fit into one of those two buckets, I saw my business go up. So remember, make sure that you can do 2 videos per week to engage with your network, 1 solo, 1 interview. Do not sell someone when you are sending a connection request with a note. Either send no note, or if you're going to send a note, make sure it's someone that you have some sort of relatable background to and with, like a mutual connection. But also, don't blindly send mass connections. Make sure they fit into one of those two buckets. Could they be benefited from my service or program that I have to offer them, or can they be a networking partner where we can network and do other things together? And again, remember, Monday, January 18th through Friday, February 22nd, Nancy and I will be hosting a free 5-day LinkedIn intensive, an hour a day, 8 p.m. Eastern, Monday through Thursday, 5 p.m. Eastern on that Friday, the 22nd. The replays will be available till the following Tuesday, but you must do 2 things. Number 1, click the link to register for the intensive. And number 2, click the link to join where the intensive will be taking place, which is our free Facebook group called LinkedIn Leads for Life. And I hope to see you guys there. So again, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye, everybody. Thank you again so much for checking out this week's episode. And if you can, head over to iTunes, search for Network Marketing Made Simple, leave me a 5-star rating, basic review. I would be grateful for all of the support you guys can give me. And again, if you'd be interested in learning more how to utilize LinkedIn to grow your business, your brand, and your bank account, head over to my website, www.scottaaron.net. Fill out the form for your free 15-minute discovery call so I can learn more about you, your business, and how we can work together. And again, thank you guys so much. Grateful for you all, and I'll see you next time.